How's it going, everyone, and welcome to Mail and Hobby Talk, episode 9. And today we're going to jump straight into some auctions, and yes, I have stated in the past I don't want to focus too hard on auctions, but I got a couple today that I feel are important to talk about. But first of all, we're just going to look at a couple here that I found interesting. These are all PWCC auctions that ended last week, I believe last Thursday, I think it was. Anyway, we got this BGS 9 copy, 2003 exquisite RPA, LeBron James, a card that once sold for $1.2 million, not this exact copy, but a similar copy, and now we're down to $500,000. We've got this Steph Curry RPA out of NT, 2009, selling a couple months ago for $500,000. Now we're down to half of that, $264,000. And then we got the blue chip Michael Jordan 86 Fleer rookie. These cards, as you do know, or a lot of you do know, were once selling for over $700,000, and there's quite a few that sold for over $500,000. Now they are down to, I'd say, probably hovering between 120 and 160, 70-ish. But anyway, yeah, cards continue to drop. That's just a sign of what happened to the market, guys. We're going to keep going here. One I found interesting, 2003 Topps Stone Gold refractor of LeBron James, sold for $228,000. Well, who bought one a couple weeks ago? Or, I'll clarify, traded $288,000 for one. And yeah, if you can't tell from the picture, that's a BGS 9 copy. It seems like every time this guy buys something, it inevitably drops by 20% within a couple weeks or months. Why anybody continues to listen to this guy is just beyond me. But moving on. We've got this 2003 exquisite limited logos LeBron James rookie card. Pretty sweet looking patch, huh? But then we find out, wait, in the title it says altered, and then if you look on the card itself, it says authentic but altered. Alright, so what's the deal with that? The patch on this card has actually been known to be fake for quite a while now. If you look at this recent Instagram post from Wax Museum Podcast, you'll see that he points it out right here. And we can see clearly, same serial number, same auto, it's the same card. The patch was swapped. So it's probably done quite a while ago. So back in the day, people did swap these patches out so they could make a couple hundred extra bucks. You know, nowadays, with a lot of these internet sleuths around, got to give a big shout out to Kyle from Wax Museum for keeping these up. We have a lot of tracking available. We have a lot of Google image searches that we can do, and we can find stuff like this. But let's go to the actual auction page. Let's see what they say about this card. First of all, I don't think they should be selling it in the first place, but I'm interested to see what they say here. So we can see, there you go, authentic altered. It does say altered patch on it as well. Scroll down and see what they have to say. Okay, a bunch of stuff about LeBron. Okay, were they talking about the patch? Let's click view more, I guess. Oh, here we go. Finally, we talk a little bit about the patch. And I've highlighted a couple things here for you to take a look at. There's nothing questionable about making a move for this 2003 exquisite collection limited logos RPA. This out of 75 example features a stunning 3-color stitch patch. A fake one. Yep. And it says, you might want to mortgage the farm just to acquire it. Really? You want to mortgage the farm for a fake patch? The accompanying video on this card provides information on the altered grade designation. Okay, alright, fair enough. Let's check out the video.
Well, this is a very interesting card. Before you even look at the patch...
Isn't that the main reason for the video, is to tell us about the altered designation? So why are we saying before you look at the patch?
The first thing that I would recognize is that of all LeBron James rookie cards, his limited logos is one of the most interesting. As a card that has a beautiful area for an autograph, an iconic design, and then a patch that is game used, but as we...
Game used? No, it's not game used, it's fake.
As we look at this flip right here, we learn Beckett's response to this card being sent in is an interesting one, because what they're saying is this is an altered patch, meaning that this patch is not original to the card. As you look around the patch window, I would invite you to look for tales that the patch isn't consistent with the original jersey.
Why are we told to look around the patch window? Well, a lot of times when these guys are swapping out these patches, they'd actually make a mistake, and there'd be evidence that the card was ripped around the patch window, possibly pulled up in a way. Whoever did this one did a pretty good job because there's no evidence, but the fact that he's pointing this out, I don't really get that. It seems like an irrelevant point. Verify that the patch is consistent with what? It's fake. We've known this for a while. I don't get it.
It's not from the actual original jersey. That, I think, for most people, kind of ruins a lot of the card. On the other hand, there's only 75 of these guys. There's only 75 LeBron James limited logos. And this is one of those 75. We can say that the patch is fake, as stated by Beckett, but there's no question about the card itself, the autograph itself, the fact that it's out of 75. All of those things are real and legit.
So yeah, the card's real, the autograph's real, but again, it's got a fake patch. Why is this card continuing to be sold? This card should be destroyed 100%. And I will always hold that opinion, that these cards with fake patches need to be destroyed, because what inevitably happens is that they get passed on to somebody else. Who knows, maybe the person that bought this didn't know, and they're going to pass it on to the next guy. People that buy these type of cards typically aren't buying them for their collection. And if they know that it's fake, why are they purchasing it in the first place? That's kind of a question in of itself. This card is going to change hands again, I'm sure. We'll see it pop up again. Get it off the market, destroy it. It's not hard. It doesn't need to be out there. It's fake. It needs to be gotten rid of 100%. And again, I always hold that opinion. And there's many other people that hold that opinion as well, is when these cards are changed, they're ruined, they should be taken out of circulation. Moving on to another fake, PWCC sold this 98 Skybox Thunder Super Rave, Michael Jordan. The story behind the 98 Skybox Thunder is that they're actually pretty hard to come by because this wasn't a popular product back in the day. People speculate that a lot of them might have gotten thrown away, or even that people, opened these boxes, didn't really even recognize the significance of the Raves or the Super Raves. Raves are out of 150, Super Raves being out of 25. So not a lot of them got out into the wild. We do know that a lot of backdoor copies did get out into the wild. So let's look at the description for this one. And this was actually first in the auction listing. Be advised that this item was previously listed for sale and a question was raised regarding the accuracy of the professional grade. Well, that's the first thing they say here, and that's completely incorrect because there was a question raised about the authenticity of the actual card itself. They say resubmitted to BGS, and BGS confirmed that the grade is in conformity with BGS's current grading standards, what says nothing about the actual issue at hand. So again, a little bit of sleight of hand here. We're going to skirt around the issue again. We're going to say that, hey, we resubmitted it and it meets current grading standards. That's not the actual issue. I'm going to show you here. I've got a copy of one of these cards. The bottom is my Danny Fortson, top being the Michael Jordan here. This is the picture of the back, pulled directly from PWCC auction. You notice any differences here? Yeah. I'll let you guys decide on this one. This is another photo I had taken a while back of my same card. Now, not only the serial number, because they did have the of 25 Super Rave printed on these cards. I've seen backdoor copies where the serial number was not present, like the 04 here or the 14. And people have added this. But actually look at the difference between of 25 Super Rave there, the font and everything like that. I've actually been told from a really reputable source that the entire card is fake. The entire Jordan card is fake. So take a look at it. Let me know if you notice any differences here. I'm going to show you another copy that I pulled up from Comp C. There you go. Compare the two. Spacing, it's important. I'm going to tell you exactly what to look for because we don't want the guys creating these fakes to get better at it. But yeah, I think it's pretty obvious here that the Jordan is completely fake. So I don't particularly know if the card itself was maybe real. I'm not showing you the front here. I suggest that you go over to the auction and take a look at it. I will have links to all the stuff in the description of my video here. Yeah, just sad to see. So yet another fake card being sold by PWCC. And guys, this is nothing new. Go over to Blowout Forums, search up PWCC. They've been doing this for years. It's extremely sad to see. Every time we see it and point it out, it seems like they just turn the blind eye. I don't get it. And I've said this before, guys, this is an unregulated market. These guys don't have anybody to answer to. If they can get away with it, they're going to do it. We got to look out for each other. So that's the best thing you can do, is if you see stuff like this, point it out, let other people know. If you're on Instagram or something, you can post a story about it. Maybe it'll reach the right people, and we won't have a lot of people bidding on this kind of stuff, or more people will be telling them to take it down. They'll actually take some action there. And I really didn't want to spend this whole episode talking about fake cards and talking about auctions, but I do feel it's really important to go over. Hopefully on future episodes I don't have to go into this stuff as much, but I report things that are interesting to me. So I did want to bring up something that I saw that was pretty neat over on Blowout Forums, and it's this one right here, this 2022 in review. Show off something you're grateful to have. In this thread, the original poster here is asking us just to show off cards that we were excited to find in 2022. So some really great cards in here. We got a George Mikan auto here. Got a Coach's Corner auto, a Dean Smith. That's pretty awesome. Some 90s inserts. A really nice one here, Kawhi Leonard. Some newer rookie stuff. Steph Curry. Really cool set here. Cool triple patch. Just some great cards in here. Here's Kyle from Wax Museum posting his Bill Russell rookie. Pretty cool. Steph Curry auto, classic LeBron James, Topps Chrome. And then I've got mine in there as well. So I was able to pick up this 97 Finest Embossed Antonio McDyess Refractor. Those of you that don't know, these are out of 74. Just great cards. So if you are a member of Blowout, I suggest posting your favorite pickup of the year here. And if you're not a member, go back and check out my last Mail and Hobby Talk episode 8. I did go over Blowout pretty extensively and why I think you should become a member there and start posting with the community. It's a really cool place to talk cards and talk shop and just post photos. Instagram is nice, but we can get pretty decent discussions going there on Blowout and just have a good time. Moving on to everybody's favorite things that happened in the junk slab era. Yeah, the Bobo Pump is here again. This one is from 2020, actually. I think December of 2020. I took this photo. Here's the good old Prism Gold rookie card that somebody was trying to get $15,000 out of. I think I saw one of these sell recently for $2,000, which is quite an increase of what it's been for the past, a year or so. But he's getting his second pump. So I thought it'd be funny to show you what people were trying to get out of this actual card back in 2020. And that's things that happened in the junk slab era. So mail this week is a bunch of non-sports again. Yeah, I've gone down a little bit of a rabbit hole, I won't lie. These are a bunch of tobacco or cigarette cards again. If you watched my video last week, you'll see a similar theme here. Sometimes I just got to get away from the sports card market. I really do. I got to just take a little bit of a break. Doesn't mean I'm not picking up sports cards still, but I'm not going after them as hard at the moment. Just got a little burnt out. But I did pick up these 2 large lots. Doesn't even account for everything that I bought here. I want to say I bought over 200 cards for around 60 to 70 bucks. And they're just all kinds of different stuff. So this Willis cigarettes is actually mainly what's in these lots of cards. They must have done a ton of these. These are the household hints. So this one's showing you how to remove old paint. Pretty interesting. And then, there's just animal pictures, various architecture, another one of the household hints, animals. We have warships. We have different scenes from history. Animals again, ships again. Different places. Vehicles. So all kinds of different stuff, None of this stuff's really valuable. I found it fun to go through and just look at everything that was out. And for those of you who aren't familiar with tobacco cards, what they were made for is actually to keep the tobacco product, like kind of the packs themselves, from falling apart. So they could put these cardboard backings, and a lot of times you weren't buying cigarettes, you were buying just straight tobacco, and would keep it from just crumbling apart. So eventually they came up with the idea to create cards that people could pull out and share with other people, and they're a good advertising method. So there is what created the cigarette card. And like I said in last week's episode, a lot of the most valuable baseball cards did come out of these cigarette packs. Take a look at these. These are just like various dogs and whatnot. This is Rezki or something like that cigarette. These are more like photo stock almost, interestingly enough. Here's some like Navy cards. Let's see, what else do we got? Like ships, we've got trains, we've got various flowers and plants and what have you. In that pile, try to separate these out into different piles for you guys to show off. This is a boxer at the time. Don't know where that is really. Another kind of Navy card. These are just various figures at the time. Here's one showing soccer or football, a sport, different political and social figures, I'm assuming, of the time period. Here's like ice skating, rowing, another ice skating. I think this is the aviation one. These are a Churchman cigarettes. So yeah, just kind of interesting cards in general. This next pile is actually kind of interesting as well. Now this is a German card here, but we also have these Ogden cigarettes, which are the other cards in this lot I think are more, I don't know, 30s. These ones are actually early 1900s. I want to say 1901 on these, or at least when they started producing these. These had different figures within it. I think there's one for Albert Einstein. I think there's one for Napoleon. I might actually go after those at some point. They sell for a little bit more than your basic ones here, but interesting nonetheless. Here's some more political figures here. Another boxer. I like these like kind of stylized cartoon ones right here. I thought those were kind of funny. More just scenes here. And these ones are actually just kind of photos, but they did come out of cigarette packs. I think this is like a German-based tobacco company of different like scenes and what have you. But yeah, real interesting cards. Got a little bit more of the Ogden's cards here, and you know, another kind of stylized cartoon one. And then there's one, Jean Rogers, pretty well-known actress, and Long John Silver. So yeah, I had fun going through those. And my lone sports card for this week is this Gary Harris Next Day Auto from 2014. And I do pick these up occasionally. I think I'm up to number 5 of these. I really like the fact that he took his time signing the auto. That's why I like these cards so much. And just next day autos in general. Try to go after them if I can for Nuggets guys. That's it for this week, guys. I really appreciate you checking out the video, and we'll catch you on the next one.